absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 24, check 24. Check it out,
1st down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
You ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Right back to him on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of 1 yard. Brings up 7.
2nd and 11. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, yeah.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now.
Watch the glass. Watch the glass.
Go.
57's the Mike.
You ain't got nothing.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hey! Defense!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Check 3, check.
Now a give, right side. Harrell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Undercrush. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, foxtrot. Yep.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll look to throw. Dances by him. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Room here to run. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Reese. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Look at me, zipper.
2nd and 1. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Takes 3. 218, chop it. Hey, orbit. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, Echo.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Rock it. Fire.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that'll back him up 5.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. He'll protect you.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, exit. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Shoot.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 38-yard line.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going to throw right side here, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
61, matchbox lights. Let's go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Bears,
60 outlaw.
Number 53, Mike 53. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike 53. 53, Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm just chuckling a little bit because I remember my days playing, and if I had a receiver that was 3 inches taller than me and couldn't complete that play, my confidence was really going to rise at that point. I was going to feel really good about myself. Probably going to let him know it, too.
Yeah, and that's the difference between those two guys. 3 inches of height, but, hey, good job defensively to break it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. Oh,
Five.
25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 or.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Snap.
2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. If you don't get this, boys.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 79 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check. Hey, Charlie. Check 53.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check safety. Check safety.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Being chased out left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Set up, 30 base. Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come out in the pistol. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
He's coming. Double up.
Leo.
Step, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's their quarterback with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Watch the run.
Go. Jeff, let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey.
At 25 the mic. We're going 20.
2nd down and inches. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yes.
At 25 the mic. We're going 25.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.